This is live severe weather coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Stand by as all of our network streaming channels join our broadcast. This live stream is made possible by Randolph County Animal Shelter, Southern Pressed Cleaners and Market, Derek Farr for Randolph County Sheriff, Anchor Roofing, Salem Auction House, the 19th Hole at Cider Ridge, Alpha Insurance Agent Jamie Dukas, Southern Union State Community College, Integrated Contractor Services, Stevens Home Furniture, The Oaks, Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery, Donnie Grant Jr. for Sheriff Randolph County, Fincher Fence Company, the venue at 5 Points Farms, Jeff Monroe for Alabama House District 37, and N&W Locks. From the Alpha Severe Weather Center, here's Dr. Don.
All right, good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. It's 2 a.m. Central, 3 a.m. Eastern. Things are beginning to ramp back up across the state of Alabama. We have a new tornado warning. This is down in southwest Alabama, just to the north of Monroeville, pretty much running parallel to I-65, and that storm is moving to the northeast. Will probably clip just to the south of Montgomery, so we're going to watch that. We've also got other storms that are beginning to populate down there across central Alabama, and we're getting word from the National Weather Service that the SPC is about to extend the current watch, or they're going to issue a new one. That'll be coming here in just a few moments. The current watch is going to be extended eastward into Autauga, Elmore, Coosa, Lowndes, and Montgomery. So that's what we're being told. So that is going to be primarily because of this stuff we see blowing up down here in southwest Alabama. Let me go ahead and switch to the radar. We'll show you what we're talking about. Since just in the last few minutes, this has taken place here, and there's that new tornado warning. Again, this is way away from East Alabama, but these storms will be moving toward East Alabama. The question is, can the squall line catch up with this and overtake it before it makes it into East Alabama? We're going to have to just kind of watch this and see. These are relatively small storms, but these are some of those singular storms that we're talking about, the supercells that are trying to form down there. All right, so you've got Monroeville down here to the south, and then you have Beatrice, which is setting up here to the north right there at the on Highway 21. And that tornado is just to the southwest of Beatrice. If we go and hit the base velocity, you can see the circulation right here. And again, that is moving northeast. So that's going to come directly over the area they call Beatrice down in southwest Alabama. So let's zoom back out. We'll see if we see any other areas where we might start to see some rotation in some of these storms down to the southwest. And I don't see anything of any great concern right now. That is the only area. This one down here to the northeast of Citronelle may be in the process of getting some circulation going right there. So Mobile, we'll watch that very closely. So let me go back over to the reflectivity, and I'll zoom back out, and you'll see the correlation between these storms that are forming in East Alabama. Of course, a long way downrange from East Alabama, but you know, if this thing holds together, it eventually could end up over here in the Auburn, Opelika area. But again, we're talking at least a couple of hours away. So we'll watch and see if this is going to be a long-lived, or this will be interesting to watch and see if this line of storms back to the west is able to outrun this singular storm and overtake it. That's a possibility as well. So, again, we're getting an extension for the tornado watch. It is going to be extended into Autauga, Coosa, Elmore, Lowndes, and Montgomery across central Alabama. And that should show up on our radar screen here shortly. And we'll put this back in motion so we can see which direction these storms are moving. And we're going to watch all this stuff that's flaring up ahead of the main line. I mean, we've already got small but a decent-looking storm there in Rockford, which is in Coosa County. So Alexander City's already got some thunder and lightning taking place. And all of that's going to move on up into Clay and potentially even up into Randolph. So we're going to, because we've got storms moving in ahead of schedule, we're going to go ahead and take the Storm ETA group off of the screen because that now becomes invalid. Those times are good for the main line. But we've got some storms that are developing out ahead of the main line. No word on whether or not they're going to extend the tornado watch further into East Alabama. We are watching the chat room to see if there's any discussion about that. And so far, we have not seen any discussion there. Currently, Calhoun, Talladega, Chilton are all covered under the tornado watch that goes until 4 a.m. And there's the new extension right there. So you got Autauga County now that's involved in this. You got Chilton, Elmore, Autauga, Montgomery, all covered under this tornado watch that goes now until about 4 a.m. this morning. And we're watching this singular supercell thunderstorm. It's not really, doesn't appear to be a supercell at this point, but it's working on it. Nonetheless, we've got a tornado warned storm here just north of Monroeville, right over Beatrice. And that's moving to the northeast. Let's see. Let me go down here and grab the verbiage on this. A tornado warning remains in effect until 2:30 a.m. for northeastern Monroe and southeastern Wilcox counties. At 2 a.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 9 miles northwest of Peterman or 9 miles north of Monroeville, moving to the northeast at about 40 miles per hour. The hazard with this storm is tornado and quarter-sized hail. It is radar indicated, so we don't have any ground truth reports on that storm just yet. But I'm increasingly concerned about the stuff that's forming out here. We see all these small showers beginning to develop across South Alabama. We've got another decent-looking storm up here in Autauga County. This will be just north of Autaugaville, just to the west of Prattville. And that's moving northeast also. So probably going to skirt just north of Prattville. But up there in the northeast corner of Autauga County, it's going to clip northwestern corner of Elmore County. And if it holds together, it'll end up moving up into southwestern Coosa. We've also got another decent-looking storm developing in Coosa County from just north of Rockford all the way back over to Kellyton. And then it stretches into Tallapoosa County just north of Alexander City. That's moving to the northeast also. That one will most likely end up in southern Clay County in the next few minutes. Bluff Springs heads up. That storm's headed directly toward you. Now, these storms are not severe, but they are intensifying quickly. So it bears watching up here. We have a new special weather statement that covers Cleburne, Calhoun, and extreme northern Randolph. And that is in effect because of that line of storms that's moving to the east across the state. Doesn't have anything to do with this storm down here around Kellyton. So we could get a warning on this storm at any moment. It continues to grow. And I want to switch over to the base velocity. And let's probe this one right quick. Yeah, I don't see anything alarming in that storm at the moment. Well, let's go back to the base velocity. And let's look at, we got some 50 mile per hour winds up here north of Anniston. That's moving to the northeast. And along this line, we're basically around 40. Birmingham Airport reported a 50, I think it was 52 mile per hour wind gust when the line moved through Birmingham. And I'm just sampling this entire line. There's some 50 down here around Brent. That's in Bibb County, 50, 60 mile per hour winds. Just north of Marion. There's some 50s. Just to the east of Marion. So 40 to 50 mile per hour winds along that line. Pretty much what we're looking at. Down here in Alexander City, that storm just north of Alexander City, we're looking at 26 is the highest I see there. And understand, this is not at the surface. This is up a couple of thousand feet in the atmosphere. But the rain can push it to the ground. You know how that works. So the storm of the hour right now is this storm coming out of Monroe County down in southwest Alabama. And we've got 50 mile per hour outgoing. .30 mile per hour incoming. There's some 50 incoming too. So we got 50 in and out on this storm down here. So that's a pretty good looking little storm. Not very big, but we certainly could have something happening right there. Across East Alabama, West Georgia, I mean, we don't have anything major going on right now. We do have the extension of the tornado watch has just been pushed a little bit further to the east and now includes Coosa, Elmore, Chilton, Autauga, Montgomery, Lowndes, and Dallas. I think Dallas was already in it. And we're waiting to see if they're going to push it any further to the east. They're telling us to look at Montgomery radar on that storm down in Monroeville. So let's look at, oh yeah, look at that notch. Right there. So the tornado would be right there near Beatrice right now. I'd put the actual tornado somewhere right in this area. And there's Beatrice. This is going to continue moving to the northeast, so Pineapple, heads up, you're next in line. All right, sorry about that. I'm just reading some information that was just posted in the chat room for the National Weather Service out of Birmingham. And they're just telling us that along that line, generally we're talking about 50 mile per hour winds. But their main concern is shifting focus on these storms that are forming out ahead of the line of storms. These storms have the potential of rotating quickly because they're in that shear pattern. They're right there in front of the main line. So we've got wind coming up off the Gulf of America, and then we have that's coming up from the south going north. And then we have the wind pushing down with the line, which is coming from the northwest to the southeast. So where those two start to intersect, we start to get that turning of the atmosphere, and that's what's causing these storms to go into rotation very quickly. So Birmingham is keeping a very close watch on all of these storms. We'll have to watch these little small storms popping up in South Alabama as well. Yeah, the entire line's headed toward Auburn. I mean, it's moving from left to right across your screen. It's moving from west to east. Auburn's sitting right here. So, yeah, the line is... Oh, sorry about that. The line is moving your way, and these supercells that are forming down in South Alabama are headed your way. Now, these storms down here around Monroeville are a long way away from the Auburn-Opelika area, but all of this is moving from west to east, so most definitely it will move through Auburn here in a couple of hours. Yes, you've got one of those little small showers out ahead of the line up there in Jacksonville, but the line is knocking on your door up there also. Stephanie, that's a good question. I don't know what they're going to do with the tornado watch. I'm a little confused in that they didn't add the rest of East Alabama when they added those few counties down there in Central Alabama. And actually, the SPC didn't issue a new tornado watch. Birmingham just extended it a few counties. The SPC may, because this watch is supposed to expire at 4 a.m., they may issue a new one here in the not too distant future that will get the rest of East Alabama, and that could potentially end up encompassing some of the West Georgia counties as well. I think how this line of storms and these singular storms out ahead of the line, I think how they behave over the next 30 to 40 minutes is going to tell us a lot as to whether or not the watch is going to be extended further to the east. The main line of storms would be in the Franklin area around 5:30 Eastern. Now, we could have a few storms get in there before that time, but the main line right now, it looks like around 5:15, 5:30. And that is Eastern time. Just looking at some information in the Georgia Peachtree City chat room, and they're talking about no immediate plans for a watch just yet, but they will discuss it with the SPC as things get a little bit closer. So I think we just had a question about West Georgia and whether or not we're going to see a watch. There's your answer. There are no plans at this moment to extend the watch into West Georgia, and the Peachtree City will have that discussion with the Storm Prediction Center probably in the next 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, and then we'll get better clarification on whether that's going to happen or not. I will say that this storm coming out of Tallapoosa up into southern Clay is continuing to intensify, and we actually have some hail markers on it now. Let's stop it right there. And let's check that. So that's that's a pretty low hail marker right there. It's only about a 30% chance that we have some hail. We do have a stroke of lightning 1.1 minutes ago. Another hail marker just south of Goodwater. That's only a 30% chance there. Yeah, that's moving up to the northeast pretty quick. Let's see if we can get a forward motion on that. Moving northeast at 53 miles per hour. So that is going to probably move up into the Wedowee area. You're going to see some of it maybe in Lineville, Wedowee, Ephesus, Ranburne, Center West, all within the next hour. Again, this is not your main storm. This is running way out ahead of it. And it's relatively small, but nonetheless, it is growing. So there's your arrival times on this storm coming out of northern Tallapoosa and southern Clay County. We're looking at the Wedowee Volunteer Fire Department around 250. Wedowee about 251. Boondocks Barbecue and Creamery by about 252. Woodland around 258. Woodland Volunteer Fire Department around 259. Newell Volunteer Fire Department about 3. Ephesus, Georgia. Let me move that up where I can read it. Ephesus, Georgia around 408 Eastern. Bowden around 414 Eastern. Central Hatchie about 416. And Roopville around 417 Eastern. Again, this storm not severe, but certainly strong at this point, and it is growing a little bit in size. There's certainly some lightning and possibly some very small hail involved in it, but it is below severe limits. Another storm coming up out of the southwest, running at about 50 miles per hour. There's the timing on that storm. Alexander City about 3 o'clock. Hackneyville around 3:08, New Site at 3:17, Goldville at 3:18, Bluff Springs about 3:20, Mountain Community in southern Clay County about 3:22, Gibsonville around 3:24, Daviston about 3:25, and Mellow Valley about 3:26. Again, this storm is not severe, but it will move right up through the same areas as the storm that's in southern Clay has moved. Then we'll go down here and probe this storm just south of Montgomery. It's running about 47 at 58 degrees. Right there. So this is looking like, let me pull the map up so you can see it. There we go. We're looking at a Millbrook arrival around 251, Casada. Yeah, around 254. Wetumpka around 303, and Eclectic around 319. That is your Montgomery storm. Maybe Prattville gets in on this also. Around 250, maybe 249, 244. That may be a southern Prattville storm. New tornado warning now off of the Monroeville storm. Uh, 47 right there. We're looking at Pineapple at around 240, Fort Deposit around 311, and Haneyville at 3:21 p.m. Traveled with Hanley to play a ball game at Haneyville one time. Oh my goodness, that's a story for a different time. I could talk about that trip all night long at the things that happened at that ball game. And that storm's probably going to cross over I-65 around 327 just south of Montgomery. You see the time counting down until impact up there on I-65. And that is a tornado warning. I believe we just lost that Montgomery radar. Yeah, there's Birmingham. Let me see if I can get Montgomery to come back. Let's look at this off of Enterprise and see if we can get a better look at it. I think your circulation is right in there. And it's moving in this direction. I'm wondering if this is a right-turning storm, because this is kind of a weird polygon. I would have thought it would have been more to the northeast, but they bring it over and then they box it off. So I'm wondering if this is a right-turning storm. We can... No, we can't. I thought we could rock that back and forth. Interesting. I was actually looking to see if there was something else over here, but I don't really see anything. All right, let's go back to reflectivity. And let's go back up to the Clay County storm that is moving into Randolph. There you can see the direction this is moving. That thing bowed up pretty good right there about the mountain community. We had a hail shaft right there as it came over the mountain community. That's kind of gone away, but boom, right there. right there. You see that hail core down there? And it's kind of gone away, though. Still showing some really heavy rainfall with this one. It's moving right up over R.L. Harris Dam. So you folks up here on Lake Wedowee, especially on the southern end of the lake, lots of heavy rain coming your way. And again, understand, the Weather Service is handling this line of thunderstorms now with special weather statements. We haven't seen a severe thunderstorm warning issued now in over an hour anywhere along this line. The only thing that, at the moment, the only thing we're concerned about are these storms that are popping up out ahead of the line, even though only one of them is significant at the moment, and that's this tornado warning down here south of Montgomery. Yeah, that thunder in Wedowee is coming from that storm coming up out of southern Clay. It would appear that the cap has relaxed. Let me go take a look at some of the height on some of these storms. Yeah, we're up at around 30,000 feet. Yeah, we're approaching 40,000 feet on some of these storms. Look at that one down there producing that tornado, or possible tornadoes at about 43,000 feet. Even that storm coming up in Randolph County is at 34,000. So, yeah, I would say the cap has relaxed. I'm not saying it's completely broken, but I think it's in the process. "44-mile-per-hour wind gust on Highway 31 at the Chilton-Shelby line. Power is out in that area." Okay, we got confirmation from the SPC that there is a 60% chance they will issue a new watch. Just got that from the chat room. So downstream watch is probably on the way. Don't know if it's going to be severe thunder or if it's going to be tornado. But I think a new watch will be out here shortly. And that will most likely cover the rest of East Alabama and West Georgia. Again, we're keeping an eye on this storm coming up out of Clay into western Randolph. It is below severe limits, but it does have a good bit of lightning with it, and it has shown indications of strengthening from time to time. It really tried to explode down here in southern Clay, but now it is maintaining. Doesn't appear to be overly strong at the moment, but you're going to get some thunder and lightning out of this, and in brief, very heavy rainfall. The only warning we have right now is a tornado warning down here south of Montgomery. This is going to be for a storm up in extreme northeastern Monroe County, Alabama. Moving to the east-northeast. I think it will stay north of Greenville. I think it's going to cross over I-65 just north of Greenville. New tornado warning up here in extreme northwestern Georgia. This will be a tornado warning for the Dalton area of northwest Georgia. I'll get it right in a minute. I'm trying to get over here and switch back to, let's go to Atlanta. And there we go. This just issued by the National Weather Service out of Peachtree City. And yeah, maybe you got a little rotation right in there. I think they're issuing this, though, more so because of well, no, maybe not. If there's rotation in there, I think it's right in here. So the rotation may slip a little bit north of Dalton proper. It's a pretty nasty looking segment there in that line, though. While we're up here looking at North Georgia, we've got some individual storms in northeast Georgia, but nothing severe. We've got rain now from Toccoa back up toward Tiger and Clayton up in Rabun County. And severe thunderstorm warning and tornado warning for northwestern Georgia. Wouldn't surprise me to see another one issued here pretty soon. Just south of Somerville. That's a pretty good looking little storm setting right there. And then you come on down the line from center to just northwest of Jacksonville. We've got some indications of very heavy rainfall, probably some hail there near Center Point, Vinson, northeast of Columbiana, near Jemison, Maplesville. No, it won't fuel the line. If the line of thunderstorms overtakes this cell, then that's actually what we want to happen. If this line catches up with all of these individual storms, then we have no more individual storms. They all become part of this line, and they're all competing with one another. So that would actually be the best case scenario if we can get this line to catch up with these individual cells. Let's go back to Birmingham, and I'm going to put it in motion. And I'm going to take a quick break. So stay with us. Our coverage will continue momentarily. I've got to check on a couple of things, and I'll be right back. And we'll continue with our coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather.
Dr. Don is currently taking a short break, but he'll be back soon with more live wall-to-wall coverage of this severe weather event here on Dr. Don's Weather. While we wait for Dr. Don to return, we want to thank the amazing community partners who help make this live coverage possible. You can see many of those partners scrolling along the bottom of your screen right now. These local businesses support our mission to keep East Alabama and West Georgia in. When you have the opportunity, please consider supporting these businesses. Their partnership helps make it possible for Dr. Don's Weather to bring you free live severe weather coverage when it matters most. During severe weather, staying situationally aware can save lives. Storms can strengthen quickly, and conditions can change in minutes. The best way to stay safe is to have multiple ways to receive weather alerts. Your smartphone is helpful, but it should never be your only source of warnings. Every home should have a NOAA weather radio. These radios are specifically designed to alert you the moment warnings are issued for your area, even if you are asleep in the middle of the night. If you don't currently have a NOAA weather radio, we strongly encourage you to get one. You can purchase and program a weather radio locally at Stevens Home Furniture in Roanoke. They carry NOAA weather radios and can help you program the device for your specific county so you'll receive alerts the instant they are issued. Another important step in severe weather safety is making sure everyone in your household knows exactly where the safe place is located. Your safe place should be on the lowest floor of your home or in the basement if you have one. Choose an interior room away from windows, such as a hallway, closet, or bathroom. The goal is to place as many walls as possible between you and the outside. If a tornado or destructive winds approach, those extra layers of protection can make a life-saving difference. Once you are inside your safe place, additional protection is important. Keep blankets, pillows, or mattresses nearby to help shield yourself from flying debris. Helmets are also strongly recommended, especially for children. Head injuries are one of the leading causes of death during tornadoes, and something as simple as a bicycle helmet or sports helmet can provide critical protection. Before storms arrive, take time to charge your phones and battery banks. Keep flashlights, extra batteries, and portable chargers in your safe place so you have light in communication if the power goes out. It's also helpful to keep a whistle or noisemaker nearby. If debris traps someone after a storm, a whistle can help rescuers locate you quickly. Another simple but often overlooked item is a pair of sturdy, hard-soled shoes. After a storm passes, broken glass, nails, and debris are common hazards. Having proper footwear available can prevent injuries while moving through damaged areas. If you live in a mobile home, It is extremely important to have a plan to leave before storms arrive. Mobile homes are not safe during tornadoes or strong winds. Identify a nearby sturdy building, storm shelter, or trusted neighbor where you can take shelter. And remember, do not wait until the last minute. Once storms are producing warnings, travel conditions can quickly become dangerous. It's also important to understand the weather alerts you may hear during severe weather coverage. A special weather statement means a storm is strong, but it has not yet reached official severe criteria. A watch means conditions are favorable for severe weather to develop. Think of a watch as a time to stay alert and be ready. A warning, however, means severe weather is already happening or about to happen. A warning means it is time to take action immediately. A severe thunderstorm. Warning means a storm is producing winds of 58 miles per hour or greater, or hail 1 inch in diameter or larger. A tornado warning means a tornado has been spotted by trained observers or detected by radar. If you are in the path of that storm, you should move to your safe place immediately. And remember, every severe thunderstorm warning should be taken seriously. Straight-line winds over 60 miles per hour can cause damage similar to a weak tornado, bringing down trees, damaging homes, and knocking out power. During severe weather events like this one, your level of awareness can make all the difference. Stay informed, stay alert, and always be weather aware. Stay connected with Dr. Don's Weather on Facebook and YouTube. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube and turn on notifications so you'll know instantly when Dr. Don goes live with severe weather coverage. You can also watch Dr. Don's Weather 24 Forever, a continuous stream that provides radar, alerts, and forecast information around the clock, day or night, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Dr. Don will be returning shortly with more live severe weather coverage, so stay tuned. Until then, continue monitoring conditions and stay prepared. From the west banks of the Tallapoosa to the rapids of the Chattahoochee, this is weather, keeping you safe, informed.
All right, I'm back now. Got a little break in there real quick, and we're continuing to watch these storms as they move across the state of Alabama. And a couple of things are going on here that we're watching. We're watching these storms move across northern Randolph, northern Clay, and then we're also watching storms coming up out of Coosa and Tallapoosa. Same area is getting more showers and thunderstorms, but none of that stuff looks severe at the moment. Let's take it current. We'll stop it right there, and let's go in tight on northern Randolph County. And you'll see right there from Ephesus all the way back to Wedowee, back up to Center West, and then back down toward Lineville. We've got some heavy rainfall, maybe some small hail involved with some of these storms. And then as we come down the line, you see right there just south of Bluff Springs near Alexander City, over Lake Martin, and then back pretty much right along Highway 22, back to Rockford and to the southwest of Rockford. And then down into Elmore County, just some light rain there, just north of Montgomery, just to the southwest of Millbrook, we have some heavier showers. And then we're getting down into that area where we have a possible tornado down there. And this thing has been long-lived. And so your tornado would be... we've got multiple areas of rotation in this storm, and that thing is moving off to the northeast. I'm a little perplexed about this box they have over here. Unless this thing is taking on a right-hand turn, it's the only thing I can come up with. It looks like it's moving due north and northeast. And your tornado is going to be... there's a couple of areas where we could have rotation going on in this storm. It could be some right here, and we could also have some back here. So we may have a couple of things going on in this particular storm. And according to the radar motion, both of them are moving in this direction. So Pineapple, you're in that tornado warning. You're right on the edge of it, but I would go ahead and go to my safe place. And even over to the northeast, Fort Deposit, you're just outside of the warning, but that may change shortly. They may expand this to the north and east. I think that tornadic part of this storm will stay north of Greenville. Now, this is south of Montgomery. This is a long way away from East Alabama and West Georgia, but this thing's been going now for a while, and it's not showing any signs of weakening. If anything, it's still pretty strong. So let's go back to the reflectivity. Now, those are the storms that are running out ahead. And, of course, you see little popcorn storms all over the place now, even up here around Beans Mill in Lee County. And then just spotted showers all over the place. None of that stuff is severe. Then we have the line of thunderstorms, the main line. Once that main line passes your area, you'll be in the clear. But we got a ways to go before that happens. And we have special weather statements now in effect for just about every county down this line of thunderstorms. So multiple special weather statements in effect, and we are waiting. Okay, so we've got a tornado warning on the way for Lowndes County. So they are going to extend this tornado warning to the north. Which so we've got a new tornado warning that's coming. And that's going to be, I think, to the north of this one. This is Butler County, northern Butler County, and I believe the new warning is going to be a little bit further to the north, because you've got that area right here is what they're saying. That's where the tornado's at. But boy, that looks awfully suspicious back there around Pineapple. But we'll wait and see. That should be out here any moment. And they're telling us Montgomery's got a better look at it. So let's switch to the Montgomery radar. Yeah. That's going to move directly toward Fort Deposit. So if you know anybody down there around Fort Deposit, you might want to give them a call and make sure they're aware of what's going on. You know where Priesters is at. If you go to Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, Foley, down in that area, you go down I-65, you know where Priesters is. It's that candy place. That's where this is headed for. And that line of thunderstorms now quickly advancing on off to the east. Moving into the Sylacauga area, Chilton County there at Clanton. We've just lost power there in Clanton. It's also moving into Selma. So this is your main line of thunderstorms. This is the squall line that we've been watching move all the way through Mississippi and now about to move into East Alabama. We have special weather statements all the way over to the Coosa-Tallapoosa County line. And the Talladega-Clay County line. Nothing for Clay County just yet. But that should be coming at any moment. And then we have these individual cells. We have a tornado warning down here. And then we have these small cells that are just popping up all over the place. But none of these are severe. At the moment. For the most part, we're looking at 40 to 50 mile per hour sustained straight line winds all along this line of thunderstorms. All right, there's our new tornado warning. And it does include the Fort Deposit area. And your tornado is right in here, or maybe right in here. And that's the direction it's moving. So it's going to cross over I-65 somewhere probably around or just north of Fort Deposit. And that's a tornado warning now for Lowndes County. It'd be the southernmost reaches of Lowndes County. 47 mile per hour wind has been recorded in Talladega. This is a mean-looking storm down here that's about to cross over I-65 near Fort Deposit. And again, we just got a report of 47 mile per hour wind recorded up here in Talladega. Be up here in this area. All right, now we have a special weather statement for Clay County and Randolph. It's right there on the end of that loop. So let's go back to the radar and right there. So there is your new special weather statement, and I'll just draw a line so you can see it really good. So that encompasses Clay, Randolph, part of Calhoun, Cleburne, and all the way up into Cherokee County. And that special weather statement just issued, and it is going to be for that line of storms that's advancing to the east. And I'll read the text of this for you. Strong thunderstorms will impact Randolph, southeastern Talladega, eastern Calhoun, Cleburne, Clay, and southeastern Cherokee counties through 4 a.m. this morning. At 3:03 a.m., Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from near Forney to near Piedmont to near Munford to near Sycamore. Movement was to the east at 60 miles per hour, so these storms are trucking now. Wind gusts of up to 50 miles per hour and pea-sized hail are going to be possible. So that's a nasty line of thunderstorms moving to the east now at 60 miles per hour. So it won't take it long to get into Clay and then eventually into Randolph. Understand that there most likely will be some power outages across East Alabama as this line moves in. Here's a look at the latest power outages in the state of Alabama. Up there in extreme northwest Alabama, there's over 6,000 customers out. That's up in Lauderdale County. That's those storms that moved through several hours ago. Really don't see anything across East Alabama just yet. Talladega County is reporting 323 customers without power. Chilton County has 769 without power. Bibb County has 284. Perry County 101. Dallas County has 341. And oddly enough, no reports of any power outages down around that tornado just yet. I think the most significant right now is going to be up there in Talladega County with 323 without power. And that line of storms moving through that area as we speak. Wind blowing hard up in Munford. Question, are we looking at tornadoes in Randolph? At the moment, we don't have anything that looks like it's going to go tornadic for Randolph, but you got 40 to 50 mile per hour winds coming your way, and that can blow down trees and limbs. So you need to be careful. You certainly don't need to be out on the roadways driving across East Alabama and West Georgia. But at the moment, I don't see anything that looks tornadic. That tornado-warned storm down in South Alabama most likely will not make it up into Chambers County. If it stays together, it could end up over in East Alabama, maybe south of the I-85 corridor. But that's a long ways off, and odds of that thing holding together that long are pretty slim. So we're getting word from Peachtree City that the tornado watch is being expanded south and east to cover most of north and west central Georgia through 10 a.m. It'll go as far south and east as Sumter, Macon, Bibb, Baldwin, and Warren counties. It will be posted shortly. So that will show up on the screen here in just a few moments. And I think that's also going to include the East Alabama counties. I'm just ciphering through some information in both chat rooms, and it looks like the new watch, which will be out here momentarily, is going to include the rest of East Alabama and well over into Georgia. So the tornado watch has been canceled. Let's see. All right, new tornado watch for Alabama includes Barber, Bullock, Chambers, Clay, Cleburne, Elmore, Lee, Lowndes, Macon, Montgomery, Pike, Randolph, Russell, and Tallapoosa. So that's the Alabama side of things, and that will show up on the radar here in just a few moments. And then we're going to see that move on over into, so I think all of the Dr. Don coverage area is about to be under a tornado watch. And that will go out till 9 o'clock in Alabama, I think 10 a.m. in Georgia. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to be under the gun that long. They'll trim those counties off from west to east as the storm and the line of storms move off to the east. But we do have a brand new tornado watch on the way for East Alabama and West Georgia. And there it is. So it extends north all the way up to and including White County, up into Towns County, down toward Dahlonega in Lumpkin County, and then almost to the South Carolina state line, and then back into Alabama. So all of East Alabama, West Georgia now under a tornado watch. Let me get the probabilities up here. Probability of 2 or more tornadoes at 60%. Probability of 1 or more strong EF2 tornadoes at 40%. Probability of 10 or more severe wind events is 60%. Probability of 1 or more wind events above 70 is at 10%, so that's a little bit lower. And the probability of 6 or more combined severe hail events at 80%. And let me see if we can get... the tornado watch area is approximately along and 65 statute miles east and west of a line from 15 miles southeast of Pensacola, Florida to 50 miles north-northwest of Athens, Georgia. And all right, the Alabama counties included in the tornado watch are Baldwin, Barber, Bullock, Butler, Chambers, Clay, Cleburne, Coffee, Conecuh, Covington, Crenshaw, Dale, Elmore, Escambia, Geneva, Henry, Houston, Lee, Lowndes, Macon, Mobile, Monroe, Montgomery, Pike, Randolph, Russell, and Tallapoosa. And all of our West Georgia counties are also included in this tornado watch. And I was trying to verify. I believe it goes to 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central. And that is correct. But I can guarantee you the East Alabama counties and the West Georgia counties will not be under it that long. Now, Stephanie, you won't be under it that long. I wouldn't travel toward Birmingham. Not right now. I mean, that has to be a decision that you make. But if you leave and I mean, where are you leaving from, Livonia? I mean, I need to know where you're starting from. But if you're like in East Alabama or West Georgia, and you're going to go up to I-20 and then drive back toward Birmingham, you're going to be driving right into 40 and 50 mile per hour winds. And I would suggest you don't do that. Now, it's 318 Central, and that line may clear. If you got to be there at 7 o'clock sharp, I don't think you're going to be able to avoid driving into this thing. At the moment, I don't see anything tornadic, Gabrielle, but understand we're under a tornado watch, which means that conditions are favorable. So we certainly could see one of these storms go tornadic at any moment. That's why they issue the watch. Noonan to Nashville, absolutely. He's going to drive right through the middle of it. Yeah, if you're leaving Daviston, Alabama, going to Birmingham, you're going to drive right through this line. The best idea is to wait until it passes your area before you try to drive. I mean, if you can, I think it probably in about another hour and a half, you might be okay, because if you leave right now, obviously you're going to drive right into the middle of it. Woodland to Palmetto at 4 a.m. Another 40 minutes. It's going to be awfully close to Woodland in 40 minutes. If you left right now, you could probably stay ahead of it. But if you wait another 40 minutes to leave, you're going to be riding right along with it. I think the cap blew away, Remy. I don't think that's a factor at this point. Seeing reports of trees down in Talladega. Southeastern Lowndes County, which is below Montgomery, remains under a tornado warning until 3:45. And the National Weather Service out of Peachtree City is beginning to point out their concern of these cells that are blowing up around Columbus and over toward Thomaston. And they're just telling everybody that just because that line is still well back into Alabama, you need to be paying attention to these singular storms that are popping around Columbus and back toward Americus, Perry, Thomaston. Any of those storms could go into rotation at any moment, especially like that one south of Columbus. And then back down toward Eufaula. That line of broken storms that's racing to the northeast up toward Columbus. Need to watch those kind of close there. So far, the ones up here in East Alabama that are right ahead of the line have behaved. Now they're about to get absorbed by the line up here around I-20. But this line is racing off to the east-northeast now pretty quickly. You got that line of storms coming in, about to be right there on top of Lineville. In about an hour from now, it should be, it may be past Carrollton in about an hour. So if you're not going to leave for another hour, then we're going to have to wait another hour and see what it looks like. I think it'll probably be okay. We'll see. If you're in Lafayette and you plan on going to a storm shelter, I would go now. I mean, the line's not 30 miles away from you. Cedartown in the house. Opelika watching us this morning. Waiting on the snow flurries. Well, that'll be a little bit later on. We got to get the storms out of here first, and then come the showers. Folks, while we've got a huge audience in here this morning, let me remind you that we have a live stream. Actually, what you're looking at is a live stream that's up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's called Dr. Don's Weather 24 Forever. You can access that thing over on our website, drdonwx.com. Or you can go to YouTube and search for it, Dr. Don's Weather 24 Forever. I see what about questions all over the place. What about Wadley? What about Roanoke? Folks, you got a line of severe storms moving across central Alabama. And it's going to move right across Randolph County. It's going to move right across Wadley. It's going to move right across Roanoke. At the moment, there is nothing severe. But we do have very strong thunderstorms that'll move across Randolph County. And we're looking at 50 mile per hour wind gust, perhaps. You are under a special weather statement there in Wadley and Roanoke. And that's going to continue moving across the eastern half of Alabama. If you are in front of that main line, and there's your main line, if you are anywhere in front of that, I'm talking about to the right of that line, across East Alabama, West Georgia, anywhere inside this circle that I'm drawing on the screen, the line has not moved through your area yet. I cannot tell you exactly what you're going to have when it gets there, but I can tell you what the potential is. You could potentially have strong winds, 50, 55 miles per hour, very heavy rainfall. Won't last long, though. The line's not that wide. And there's a possibility we could have a few quick spin-up tornadoes. Now, the good news is, over the last several hours, we have seen no tornado warnings in East Alabama or West Georgia. The only tornado warning we have that is active at the moment is down in southwest Alabama. This is a long-lived tornado down here that is to the southwest of Montgomery. And it's moving to the north or northeast. I think it will slip just south of Montgomery. May end up over here along the I-85 corridor, but that's still a good hour away. So we don't know if that storm's going to hold together long enough to make it up there to the I-85 corridor. We're watching it. But for the rest of East Alabama and West Georgia, you've got this big line back here. That is moving in this direction. And if it hasn't passed your house yet, it's coming. I think Roanoke will be in the clear probably in about an hour, hour and a half. But be sure and check us out on our 24 Forever stream. It's there for you anytime, day or night. You see the radar, you see the information scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and when we're in non-severe weather mode, it will rotate. It'll show you the 6-day forecast, and then it'll switch back to the radar. So check it out. Be sure you bookmark it on your phone so you can get to it anytime, and it's there for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Also, support us when you can. There's lots of links at the top of this video where you can support Dr. Don's Weather. We depend on your support and our community partners that you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen to keep Dr. Don's Weather on the air. We're in year number 8. Year number 8 of providing severe weather information for East Alabama and West Georgia. And we want to be here 8 years from now. So please support us every chance you get. If you own a business and would like to be a community partner and scroll at the bottom of the screen and be in front of thousands of people every single day, all you have to do is send me a message on Messenger, and I'll send you a link that will get you over to our community partner page, where you can take a look at the different options that you have, and you can sign up, and I can have you started before we do our next weather forecast. You probably got at least an hour before Woodland will be in the clear. Thunder and rain on the mountain. We're talking about the mountain community. Dadeville? Yeah, it's right there in the middle of your map in Tallapoosa County. Right there. There's Dadeville. And there's your line of thunderstorms back to the west. Opelika, probably an hour and a half. No power in Delta. You got some really heavy rainfall up there. There's Delta. Extremely heavy rainfall moving in, but I don't see anything tornadic. Heavy rainfall around Delta, just north of Lineville. About to move across Center West, Fuller's Crossroads. So that the leading edge of the line is now moving into eastern Clay and about to move into western Randolph. The purples you see, those little pockets of purple, all of those could be small hail. We got maybe some 40, 50, 55 mile per hour winds up there in Cleburne right along I-20. Coming down the line, maybe some 50 mile per hour winds coming into Wedowee. Pretty strong wind gust coming into Wedowee right now. Just north of... right there in the extreme southeastern corner of Clay, we've got some 50 mile per hour winds. Also showing some 50 mile per hour winds right there around Wadley. And we get down there around Camp Hill. We're in the 30s and 40s. That's way out ahead of the line. And then we go back to the line. And not a whole lot happening from Millerville back down to about I-65 in Chilton County, and the wind picks back up again down there. That's a pretty nasty looking cell sitting up there right along the I-20 corridor up in Cleburne County. And you can see that little hook trying to form down there at the bottom of it. That's a little inflow notch right there. For Lynette, it looks like the rest of East Alabama and West Georgia. A line of very strong thunderstorms moving across central Alabama. about to move into East Alabama and eventually into West Georgia. At the moment, we have nothing tornadic, but we do have 50-mile-per-hour winds in spots along this line of thunderstorms. Not going to be that way everywhere, but some locations will see 30, 40, 50-mile-per-hour sustained winds when this line moves through. Very heavy rainfall and maybe some pea-sized hail. That storm up in Cleveland County, Stephanie, is moving to the northeast. It's going to cross over I-20 right there at the Alabama-Georgia state line. And it doesn't look as well defined as it did just a few moments ago. So we have lost that tornado signature on that Lowndes County storm. So I believe we've got a severe thunderstorm warning, though. We do. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 4:15. This is going to be for Autauga and Elmore. Part of Montgomery. There's so much going on this map, it's hard to... I'm going to just read it. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning for Autauga County, western Elmore County, northern Lowndes County, and northwestern Montgomery County until 4:15. At 3:32, severe thunderstorms were capable or were located along a line extending from near Marbury to near Autaugaville to near Benton, moving to the east at 55 miles per hour. This will include places like Montgomery, Prattville, Millbrook, Wetumpka, Elmore, Deatsville, Eclectic, Autaugaville, Billingsley. And it's going to be in this area. And the warning is for this line of storms right here, which is moving this way. This is over in central Alabama. And this stuff coming up out of the south is not going to help matters. They're going to converge right over, probably over Montgomery. But so far, we remain under a special weather statement up here in Clay and Randolph. As soon as we get this right here out of Clay and Randolph, then your severe threat will have ended for the night or the morning. So probably another 15, 20, maybe 30 minutes, and we're going to be able to clear some counties from the severe threat. I can go ahead and tell you, Talladega County, good night. Calhoun County, good night. Western Chilton County, good night. Selma, Alabama, good night. Or should I be saying good morning? Lots of hail south of Ashland. And I can see it. You've got a hail core right there. That is southeast of Ashland. And then you have a hail core out here on 48 just east of Lineville. both of those areas are moving to the northeast. Again, we have a hail core right there and right there. And another one trying to form down here south of Millerville. Maybe a little bit of hail here northeast of Mellow Valley, northwest of Corinth, maybe a little bit southwest of Oriole Harris Dam. So the Forney, Alabama wagon train folks are in Hackneyville. Yeah, so you got that whole line coming out of Coosa County about to move into Tallapoosa. And so very heavy rainfall. There's a couple of hail markers or hail shafts down here trying to develop near Goodwater and then just north of Kellyton. All that'll move into northern Tallapoosa County. Heads up, Alexander City. This thing's about to move into your area. Again, we have a special weather statement for that part of that line that's moving into Randolph County. Special weather statement for Coosa County. And we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Elmore, Montgomery, Autauga. A new tornado watch encompasses all of East Alabama and West Georgia. That severe thunderstorm warning for Elmore is valid until 4:15 this morning. Here comes a new special weather statement just issued. This is going to get Chambers and Tallapoosa. And that's a special weather statement in effect until 4:45 a.m. this morning. Strong thunderstorms will impact Tallapoosa, Chambers, and eastern Coosa County through 4:45 a.m. At 3:44 a.m., Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from 6 miles west of Goldville to near Highway 9 and to Highway 22 to speed. Movement was to the east at 40 miles per hour. The hazard with this storm is wind gusts to 50 miles per hour. And remember, folks, it's going to be very windy even after the line passes your location. We've got a wind advisory that's in effect until 1 o'clock today. And so we're going to have those howling northwest winds. And the temperature is going to drop like a rock after this line moves through. Reports of some trees down in Sylacauga. Watching they're telling us they're watching a cell merger in Clay and Randolph. This may require severe thunderstorm warning here in just a few minutes. And it's going to be for this area right here. So the Weather Service giving us a heads up that they are watching Randolph Clay, this storm right here. It'd be primarily for Randolph. They're watching this for the potential of upgrading to a severe thunderstorm warning. And we do have some 50-mile-per-hour winds right out ahead of the line. There's a 56 right there. That's just south of Wedowee. There's another 56 just northeast of Malone. I don't see any rotation in this, but they are giving us a heads up. They may upgrade you to a severe thunderstorm warning. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Peachtree City doesn't pull the trigger on a severe thunderstorm warning for Heard and possibly southern Carroll County. This is the strongest part of that storm in Randolph County right there, just southwest of Wedowee. And there we go.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for the Dr. Don coverage area.
So this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning over in Carroll County. I'll read the verbiage of this to you. The National Weather Service in Peachtree City has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Paulding, Paulding, Haralson County, Carroll County, northwestern Douglas County, and central Polk County in northwest Georgia until 5:15 a.m. Eastern. At 4:47 a.m. Eastern, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Fish Creek to near Ranburne. Movement was to the east at 55 miles per hour. The hazard with this storm is 60 mile per hour wind gust. So that is a severe thunderstorm warning now for Carroll County down to just south of Carrollton. And that's going to be for this line that's moving in out of Cleburne County, primarily that part right there coming through Ranburne. Cannot explain why Birmingham hasn't issued anything for Cleburne County other than a special weather statement, but Peachtree City has decided to go with a severe thunderstorm warning. So heads up Bowden, heads up Mount Zion, heads up Carrollton, even up here along the I-20 corridor up around Bremen, Waco. This does include Villa Rica, Temple. It does not get Rupeville or Whitesburg just yet. But heads up, Bowden, you're going to be first in line for this. That is a severe thunderstorm warning for Carroll County. Seeing a good bit of reports of trees down back around Sylacauga. And so far, the Weather Service has only issued a special weather statement for Randolph. They did tell us, about 6 minutes ago that they were watching this line in Randolph County and they were considering upgrading to a severe thunderstorm warning, but they haven't done so just yet. And I got to tell you, the strongest part of this is out here at the Highway 48 bridge in Randolph County. There's the core of the storm right there. And that is indicating that we do have some hail going on out there. And we've probably got some 50-mile-per-hour winds, at least, involved in this area. And that's moving directly toward Wedowee. So heads up, Wedowee. We'll put this in motion for you. So that's where the storm cell merged. Let me go back. I want to show you that. That's pretty interesting. All right, watch this storm down here around Bluff Springs. So you're watching. Well, you can't see it. Hang on. All right, so we're looking at this storm right down here around Bluff Springs. Now, when I bring the loop forward, watch it merge just south of Lineville. See that merge just north of Bluff Springs. And then when it comes over into Randolph County, it starts to get strong again. That's what happens when two storms merge. So this is headed just right out to the west of Wedowee now. It's where the heaviest part of this storm is. The watch for Calhoun County has already been, no it hadn't, not officially. But it will expire here probably in about 6 minutes at the top of the hour. If you're in Talladega, you can go to bed. If you can. If not, you got to go to work. Oxford, Anniston, Heflin, all you guys are in the clear. I would even say Lineville and Ashland is in the clear. Well, this is getting ugly up here in Randolph County from Highway 48 bridge all the way to Wedowee up to the Rice Pavilion. That's a pretty nasty looking line right there. They may be about to upgrade this. That's the strongest part of the storm. And the motion on it is going to be like so. So, Woodland, you're in line. See a little wind in that too, right there and right here. Yeah, approaching 50 mile per hour winds in this line right here. Look at that. We got some 60 mile per hour winds just to the east of Woodland. That's right out there along the leading edge. Some high winds near Wetumpka, about 70 mile per hour winds at 1,800 feet off the ground. And we've got a severe thunderstorm warning up here in the North Georgia mountains now as well. Switch back over to the Atlanta radar. And let's see here. This is where I'm at, so I got to read this right quick. National Weather Service in Peachtree City has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Towns, Lumpkin, Gilmer, White, northwestern Dawson, northern Pickens, Union County, and Fannin County in North Georgia, effect until 5:15 a.m. So that's for about another 15, 16, about another 17 minutes on this severe thunderstorm warning for northeast Georgia. The main threat with this storm is going to be winds around 60 miles per hour. And the line is still back running from Blue Ridge to LJ down to Fairmont and moving to the east. And then we have that severe Atlanta is issuing severe thunderstorm warnings for every county in the path of the storm, while Birmingham is issuing special weather statements. With the exception of this storm just north of Montgomery, we have a severe thunderstorm warning down here. And this is a pretty significant looking storm near Wetumpka, where they just received probably about 75 knots. That's about 80 mile per hour winds in this storm near Wetumpka. Folks, I'm not gonna dip out on you, but I am gonna have to take a break because I've got to look at some things that are going on up here in White County, Georgia. That's, I'm an emergency manager up here, and I have duties. So I've got to look at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step away for about 5 minutes, and then I'll come right back and we'll continue with our coverage here on Dr. Don's Weather. So stay with us.
Dr. Don is currently taking a short break, but he'll be back soon with more live wall-to-wall coverage of this severe weather event here on Dr. Don's Weather. While we wait for Dr. Don to return, we want to thank the amazing community partners who help make this live coverage possible. You can see many of those partners scrolling along the bottom of your screen right now. These local businesses support our mission to keep East Alabama and West Georgia informed when dangerous weather threatens. When you have the opportunity, please consider supporting these businesses. Their partnership helps make it possible for Dr. Don's Weather to bring you free live severe weather coverage when it matters most. During severe weather, staying situationally aware can save lives. Storms can strengthen quickly, and conditions can change in minutes. The best way to stay safe is to have multiple ways to receive weather alerts. Your smartphone is helpful, but it should never be your only source of warnings. Every home should have a NOAA weather radio. These radios are specifically designed to alert you the moment warnings are issued for your area, even if you are asleep in the middle of the night. If you don't currently have a NOAA weather radio, we strongly encourage you to get one. You can purchase and program a weather radio locally at Stevens Home Furniture in Roanoke. They carry NOAA weather radios and can help you program the device for your specific county so you'll receive alerts the instant they are issued. Another important step in severe weather safety is making sure everyone in your household knows exactly where the safe place is located. Your safe place should be on the lowest floor of your home or in the basement if you have one. Choose an interior room away from windows, such as a hallway, closet, or bathroom. The goal is to place as many walls as possible between you and the outside. If a tornado or destructive winds approach, those extra layers of protection can make a life-saving difference. Once you are inside your safe place, additional protection is important. Keep blankets, pillows, or mattresses nearby to help shield yourself from flying debris. Helmets are also strongly recommended, especially for children. Head injuries are one of the leading causes of death during tornadoes, and something as simple as a bicycle helmet or sports helmet can provide critical protection. Before storms arrive, take time to charge your phones and battery banks. Keep flashlights, extra batteries, and portable chargers in your safe place so you have light in communication if the power goes out. It's also helpful to keep a whistle or noisemaker nearby. If debris traps someone after a storm, a whistle can help rescuers locate you quickly. Another simple but often overlooked item is a pair of sturdy, hard-soled shoes. After a storm passes, broken glass, nails, and debris are common hazards. Having proper footwear available can prevent injuries while moving through damaged areas. If you live in a mobile home, it is extremely important to have a plan to leave before storms arrive. Mobile homes are not safe during tornadoes or strong winds. Identify a nearby sturdy building, storm shelter, or trusted neighbor where you can take shelter. And remember, do not wait until the last minute. Once storms are producing warnings, travel conditions can quickly become dangerous. It's also important to understand the weather alerts you may hear during severe weather coverage. A special weather statement means a storm is strong, but it has not yet reached official severe criteria. A watch means conditions are favorable for severe weather to develop. Think of a watch as a time to stay alert and be ready. A warning, however, means severe weather is already happening or about to happen. A warning means it is time to take action immediately. A severe thunderstorm. Warning means a storm is producing winds of 58 miles per hour or greater, or hail 1 inch in diameter or larger. A tornado warning means a tornado has been spotted by trained observers or detected by radar. If you are in the path of that storm, you should move to your safe place immediately. And remember, every severe thunderstorm warning should be taken seriously. Straight-line winds over 60 miles per hour can cause damage similar to a weak tornado. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for the Dr. Don coverage area.
All right, folks, we've got a brand new severe thunderstorm warning. This is going to be down in the Elmore County, Tallapoosa County area. And let's take you down there and show you where the warning is now. This storm has really gotten ugly. We're talking 80-mile-per-hour winds were recorded down there in Wetumpka. So that is going to be for this cell here. That is headed in the direction of Eclectic. That's in northern Elmore County. That'll stay north. That part of the storm will stay north of Tallahassee, but it's going to move over and very close to Eclectic as it continues on off to the northeast. Other locations in the path of this storm would include Eclectic, which is right there. 70-mile-per-hour winds are certainly possible with this storm, and up to 3/4-inch hail. This is north of Wetumpka. And that is going to move, probably end up moving right over Lake Martin. For you folks at Kalijah, Wind Creek, Our Children's Highway area, Bama Park over on the eastern side of Lake Martin, and if it holds together downstream, could end up here around the Dadeville area as well. And I got to tell you, this storm up here around New Site looks pretty nasty right now. Still a special weather statement is the only thing we've got on this storm. This is to the north of Jackson Gap up there around New Site, maybe a little bit east of New Site. So heads up Daviston and probably Wadley is going to get part of that one. The storm in Randolph County is beginning to calm down a bit. As the heaviest part of that's moved on up into Carroll. But there's more storms coming up the south from the southwest into the southwestern corner of Randolph. So Wadley, you've got a pretty heavy storm over you right now, and there's more downstream coming that way. So the individual storms are running to the northeast at about 40 to 50 miles per hour, while the line of storms is moving to the east at about 35 to 40. The individual storms are racing off to the northeast. Let's run back up here to northeast Georgia, as we have severe thunderstorm warnings covering most of northeast Georgia at this hour. And there's that line that's moving up into northeast Georgia. I don't see anything in there that looks tornadic right now. Let's stop it and let's look at the velocity on it. But we do have some 50 and 60 mile per hour winds. Now, again, people understand this is not at the ground. This is way upstream from the Atlanta radar. So this is probably up at about the 4,000 and 5,000 foot level. But at that level, we're looking at 50 and 60 mile per hour winds just north of Dahlonega. And then back toward Ellijay, the winds are not quite as strong. Maybe some 50 and 60 mile per hour winds just south of Jasper. And for you folks over here in White County, this is what you want to look down here. This is what's going to end up in White County. So at the moment, some 40 and 50 mile per hour winds, maybe approaching 60. But again, that's down there. We're probably looking at 3,000 to 4,000 feet up in the upper levels. But now the rain can push that to the ground when it gets up here into White County. But I don't see anything in this line that suggests that we have anything tornadic going on. these individual pockets. That's where the heaviest weather is going to be. So right now, the only thing of any great concern is this line of thunderstorms coming out of Coosa and Elmore County over into Tallapoosa. That's the strongest storm on the board right now. Pea-sized hail just west of Santuck Community. That's north of Wetumpka up there in Elmore County. Lots of lightning involved with this storm down in Elmore and Tallapoosa. Just that frame we're looking at right now, we've got 363 strokes of lightning in the last 3 minutes. A lot of lightning down there south of Montgomery and up there in Elmore County. Right now, at least, this seems to be the hot spot in the state of Alabama. And all that's moving off in this direction. So a good bit of that's going to end up in southern Tallapoosa. Most likely will end up in southern Chambers and will move directly over Lee County. Remy, I know that's not what you wanted to hear. But it is headed your way. But at the moment, the good news is there's nothing tornadic going on in there. Carrollton is reporting trees down on a house and outbuilding. No injuries have been reported. That's on Enterprise Drive in Carrollton. I'll be clearing some more locations here in just a few moments. As a matter of fact, I see a question over there out of the corner of my eye about Lineville. Lineville, you're clear. You can go to bed or work, whichever you prefer. Yes, I would call clear for Woodland. Good night, Woodland. Good night, Ranburne. Good night, Center West. Wedowee, give it about 2 or 3 more minutes, and you're going to be in the clear. We got to get this red out of here. If you'll notice on that last loop right there, this thing starts. The storms were running northeast. Now all of a sudden they're turning to the right. And so They get a little bit of a right-hand turn on them. We got a big hail core now showing up just north of Roanoke. We got some inflow notches there as well. Got to keep an eye on that. But Wedowee, I think you're good. Lineville, Millerville, just about, well, all of Clay County, you're in the clear. Your severe weather threat continues. Along this line, and in between those two white lines, that's where your severe weather threat is. At the moment. Now, it'll shift on to the east into West Georgia, and those lines will move with it. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for eastern Elmore and southern Tallapoosa counties. That's why you see the severe thunderstorm warning on the screen. And that's the only county in our coverage area that's under a warning. New severe thunderstorm warning for Towns and Hall up here in northeast Georgia. And we're told that White County schools will delay 2 hours this morning. Power out in Roopville, Georgia, we're told. We're told there's a tree blocking 2 lanes on 431 in the vicinity of Boondocks on Highway 431 in Wedowee. That is being reported by the Randolph County Emergency Management and 911 folks. Again, 431 is blocking 2 lanes, and I believe, I'm not sure if there's a passing lane right there or not. I don't think there is. So 431 may be completely blocked right there at Boondocks. That's just north of Wedowee. And the in the area of 20201 Highway 431 there at Boondocks Barbecue Creamery, which, by the way, we will be there broadcasting live on May 30th for our annual hurricane party from 11 a.m. through 2 p.m. that afternoon. So I hope you guys make your plans to come hang out with us at Boondocks on May 30th in Wedowee. Also, another tree down around mile marker 206 at 28654 Highway 431, blocking 2 lanes in the curve near mile marker 206. So 2 different areas on 431 in not too far apart, where we've got trees across 431. Also seeing reports of trees down in Paulding County. Jackson's Gap, you're probably on the back end of this stuff now. Let me go in a little closer. Yeah, the heaviest weather's down there around Dadeville. You're right on the back edge of it, Jackson Gap, so you'll be in the clear here shortly. Alexander City, you're in the clear. You're still under a severe thunderstorm warning officially, but the severe weather has moved on off. I'm sorry, you're not under a severe thunderstorm warning. That's down in the southern. Oh, sorry about that. That's down in the southern parts of your county. So Alexander City, Goodwater, Rockford, Jackson Gap, New Site, you're all in the clear. All of Clay County is in the clear. I'll call clear for Wedowee, Pine Tucky, Roxton. Give it a few more minutes. The line just moving into Roanoke. A couple of hail cores up there just north of Roanoke over on the eastern side from about Big Springs all the way down to just north of Roanoke. Severe thunderstorm warning. Here's a new one.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for the Dr. Don coverage area.
And this is going to be a severe thunderstorm warning for Heard, for northwestern Fayette County, northwestern Meriwether County, southeastern Carroll County, Heard County, northern Troup County, Coweta County in West Georgia. At 6 a.m. Eastern, or it's in effect until 6 a.m. Eastern, at 5:22 a.m., severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from Lowell to near Pennon, and that's in Georgia, moving east at 60 miles per hour. I'm sorry, that's not in Georgia. They're warning for the storm that's still in Alabama. Yet Alabama has just only issued special weather statements. I don't understand that. Never have. I really wish that Birmingham and Atlanta would get together and use the same criteria for issuing warnings. This has been a problem. It's been going on for years, and I just don't get it. But I'm going to get on a soapbox if I'm not careful here, and I don't need to do that. But at 5:22 a.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Lowell to near Pennon down in Chambers County, moving to the east at 60 miles per hour. The hazard with this storm is 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and it is radar indicated. So this warning you see over here in Heard County, northern Troup, back over into Meriwether is for this line of storms that's practically almost still in Alabama, right there. That's what they're warning for as it moves into Georgia. Also receiving reports of an automobile accident on Highway 48 around mile marker 29. This is going to be from a pedestrian that was driving a vehicle, a motorist, I should say, that ran over a tree. No injuries. and she's out of the roadway, but she did hit a tree. Folks, this is why you don't need to drive in this kind of weather. I mean, that is avoidable. This line of storms moving into Randolph County, and somebody's out there on 48, out there driving in the middle of this line of thunderstorms and blinding rain, and there was a tree across the road, and she couldn't see it, so she hits the tree. Thank goodness she's not injured, but that could have ended a whole lot differently. You don't need to drive in this kind of thing, and I guarantee you that this individual was not weather aware. I mean, she could clearly see it was thundering and lightning, but she didn't realize that this was a significant line of storms, in which case she should have made the decision not to drive into it. A lot of injuries and a lot of deaths in automobiles from people who drive right into severe weather. You can't do it. Now, you're going to say, well, what if she had to be at work? I'd rather be alive and jobless. Thank you. That's an easy decision to make. We also have a brush fire that is underway in Randolph County that was set by lightning. That's going to be on Highway 48, around 28678 Highway 48. We have a woods fire there in Randolph County. And now we have an automobile accident with unknown injuries at the top of Richard Russell Scenic Highway up here in White County. I don't know why anybody would be at the top of the mountain this time of morning. That's a scenic highway. There are other ways to get around. You don't have to go across top of that mountain. So severe thunderstorm warnings now for Hurd, Northern Troop, over into Meriwether and extreme northwest Meriwether and Coweta. Places like Hogansville, Franklin, Moreland, Noonan, Peachtree City. Does not include LaGrange at this time, but I expect that to change probably pretty quick. We'll run back up the line to the north end, and we've just now got rain moving into the Dahlonega area. That line is still west of Dahlonega. And it still looks like the biggest threat with this incoming line up here in northeast Georgia is going to be straight line winds around 60 miles per hour. And we still have a severe thunderstorm warning until 4:45 this morning for eastern Elmore and southern Tallapoosa County. All right, so here are some cancellations. The National Weather Service in Birmingham has canceled the tornado watch for Clay and Cleburne. So the tornado watch has been canceled now for Clay and Cleburne counties of east central Alabama. The watch continues for Bullock, Chambers, Elmore, Lee, Lowndes, Macon, Montgomery, Pike, Randolph, Russell, and Tallapoosa. But Clay and Cleburne have now been released from the tornado watch. Severe thunderstorm warning continues until 4:45 a.m. for Tallapoosa. The National Weather Service cancels the severe thunderstorm warning for Elmore. We have a report of another tree down in Randolph County. This is going to be in the vicinity of Fincher Fence Company. There are two of our community partners so far. This is going to be 611 County Road 26. And it's going to be a tree down blocking the entire road. So County Road 26 in the vicinity of Fincher Fence Company. Which is in the 600 block of County Road 26. There is a tree completely blocking Highway County Road 26. Power outage in Rock Mills. No power in some areas of Noonan. Brittany, hang on. You got. It's not going to be quiet in Valley very much longer. The rain is already making it into the just west of Lynette. It's headed your way. All right, so in the chat room, we're being told that Highway 48 and 82 are now clear. Hailing and heavy wind in Noonan. Power flashing in Franklin. Lots of thunder. Well, again, I know it's a tough decision to make. I'm replying to that comment about people get fired over being late for work. Hence the reason you should never be late for work unless you have something like this happen, and then it's not a problem. But again, I'd rather be jobless than alive. I'm not going to put my life... Well, I do because I'm an emergency manager. I'm a public safety guy. I have to. I have no options. That's just what I do. But if it wasn't what I did, I wouldn't put my life in jeopardy. If I'm looking out my window and I'm seeing a bad thunderstorm and the weatherman's telling me it's dangerous, don't drive in it, I'm not going to do it. Power out on County Road 16. Beauregard, you're just now getting in on the action. You probably got an hour. Bottom just dropped out at Standing Rock. There has been some hail in Wedowee. That main line is clearing the Roosterville area as we speak. I'd give it another 15, 20 minutes, and I think you guys will be in the clear. Power out in Roanoke, north of Walmart on County Road 131. Power's out in Central Hatchie. Storm shouldn't last very long, maybe 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. Rock Mills to Bowden. Well, you got to get the storms through Rock Mills first before I suggest you get on the roadway. Then you're going to go up 87. You've still got some pretty heavy storms right there in Rock Mills up toward Weehadkee and Big Springs. Let that stuff clear before you go up 87 toward Bowden. Wedowee to Oxford. There were some trees down just north of Wedowee. I'm not sure they've been cleared just yet. No power, state line 22, Highway 22 out Rock Mills. Plant Yates reportedly has called it off for today. Well, if you're dead, you don't need groceries. I mean, come on. People, use some common sense. I'm sorry. I've been up a long time. I'm just saying. I understand. I do. I hear your frustration. But I'm not going to jeopardize my life because I think I need to buy groceries. Because if I get killed, guess what I'm not going to need? Power outage on 79 in Roanoke. Thunder and lightning in Lynette. I'm fixing to go back over there and clear some locations. Y'all hang in there with me. I'm just trying to go through. We've got more people in our chat room than we've ever had. And it's going so fast, I can't keep up with it. Okay, let me go back over here to the radar. And let's start up here at the top. We're going to start up here in northeast Georgia because I got to keep an eye on that little county right there called White County. And the line has not moved through yet. It's still off to our west. Let me bring the radar current. And there's that line. I got to tell you, folks, I know they're issuing severe thunderstorm warnings up here, but that thing just doesn't look that significant about to move into White County. But there could be some gust of up to 60 miles per hour in that by the time it gets here. We'll see. All right, so we wanted to look at Carroll County and also Coweta. Carrollton is safe to go to bed or work. Roopville, the severe threat has passed you. Ephesus, Bowden, Carrollton, the severe threat has ended there. Whitesburg, you got a few more minutes. The heaviest part of that storm in Coweta County is just to the west-northwest of Noonan. Let's see. I was told there was a tornado tag on this one. And yes, there is a tornado tag on that thunderstorm. So let's look at the base velocity. I don't see anything. I mean, you got some pretty good wind in there, but I don't see anything that indicates a tornado. And you certainly got some 50, 60 mile per hour winds, you know, a couple of thousand feet off the ground. The rain may push some of that down to the surface, but I don't see a tight couplet in there. I don't see anything that suggests a possible tornado over in Coweta County. And if there was, it would be up in this general area, and I don't see anything up there. Okay, so Franklin, you've got some very heavy rain about to move in. You continue under a severe thunderstorm warning. So does northern Troup County. Randolph County, I mean, they've still got that special weather statement in there. I don't know why. It still goes back into Clay, but the severe threat is ended in Clay. And in Randolph County, from that line north, the threat is over. If you're up here at Roxton, Wedowee, even Wadley, Corinth, Malone, Lake Wedowee, Woodland, up here at Bucktown, Graham, all of those areas, you're clear, and you can either go to bed or go to work. The threat continues along this line. And it ends behind this line. So if you're in between those two white lines or in front of that white line, the threat continues. If you're back here behind that white line, the threat has ended. Pretty nasty looking little cell sitting down there just south of 85, just south of Opelika. Keep an eye on that. Maybe some hail to the north of Notasulga. Windy and storming now from Waverly all the way back up to Lafayette. 5 points. Standing Rock. Near Glenn, Georgia, we probably have some light hail there. I'll go ahead and call it for Roanoke. Roanoke, Dickert, Wadley, Malone, Standing Rock, Roxton. Back over to the State Line store. Good night. Good night, Milltown. Good night, Abanda. Good night, Pennon. Good night, Sykes. Good night, Frog Eye. Good night, Davidston. Goldville, New Site, Mountain Community, Motley. Good night, Camp Hill. Jackson Gap, Alexander City. The only threat we have remaining in Alabama is going to be across central and southeastern Chambers in Georgia, Troup County, Harris County, southern or central and southern Heard, and Meriwether. I think we could even call it for Noonan at this point. It's pretty close. Yeah, Weather Service is agreeing that the only warning right now is the Tallapoosa warning, and it's not looking very impressive. Lumpkin County, Georgia is going with a 2-hour delay as well. That's up here in northeast Georgia. We had key. Is we had key in the clear? Oh, yes. Good night, we had key. So that line is now moving into Troup County. The only warning we have is for northern Troup County. That does not include LaGrange. And we'll see. I don't think Peachtree City is going to extend it. Let's see here. Looks like they are going to upgrade. They're going to upgrade the Atlanta warning to considerable because they're getting 60-plus knot indications approaching I-285 on the west end of East Point. My goodness, I'm so thankful that I am nowhere near Atlanta, Georgia right now. You know how it is in Atlanta. It's bad on a good day, much less a morning like this. And they did. They upgraded this severe thunderstorm warning to considerable. 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible, moving right into downtown Atlanta as we speak, from College Park all the way up to Roswell. That's a pretty significant thunderstorm moving into Atlanta. That's moving east. That's not moving up toward North Georgia. The line up here now has just passed Dawsonville. It's coming up on Dahlonega. It'll move into White County next. And again, maybe some 50 or 60 mile per hour wind gust when it moves through, but nothing of any great significance. I don't see any indication of tornadoes in there. And we have now lost the severe thunderstorm warning in Alabama. So the only thing we have in Alabama now is a special weather statement for what's left of that line moving through Chambers. And then that goes all the way down to Tuskegee. And then we have a special weather statement for Lee County and Chambers. So special weather statements for Lee and Chambers, extreme southeastern Tallapoosa. And then in Georgia, severe thunderstorm warning for northern Troup. That's going to be because of that cell that's moving into Hogansville, and that's moving east. It doesn't look like Peachtree City is going to warn for this stuff coming out of Alabama. So right now, it doesn't look like LaGrange is going to go under a warning. We'll see. They may change their mind. So severe thunderstorm warning continues for Heard County, but I got to tell you, Heard County, the reason that is that cell down there right on the Troup Heard County line, down there in the southeast corner of Heard County. That's the only reason you remain under a warning. So Franklin, you're in the clear. The Antioch community is in the clear. Aubrey is in the clear. Glenn, Georgia is in the clear. This is the only thing that's remotely close to being severe, and that's right there in the southeast corner of Heard County, extreme northeast corner of Troup, generally headed toward Corinth and Hogansville. Noonan, I mean, you got some heavy rain up here, but I don't see anything. That the gust front has already passed Noonan. You get up here around Palmetto, that's a nasty looking storm, and then you just got copious amounts of rain and gusty winds moving into Atlanta. Downtown Atlanta is just getting hammered right now. I wouldn't want to be anywhere. I mean, I'm 60 miles northeast of Atlanta, and that's about as close as I want to get. Now, all this stuff back up around Cedartown and Rome, that's just rain. Maybe a little thunder and lightning in there, but nothing severe. If you're on the backside of this main line, the threat of severe weather has ended for you. Roanoke, good night. Rock Mills, good night. State Line Road, good night. All of Randolph County, good night or go to work. All of Clay County, good night or go to work. Coosa County, same thing. Cleburne, Calhoun, Talladega. I'm going to call it for Tallapoosa. Everybody in Tallapoosa County, you can go to work or go to bed. The only threat we have left in Alabama is going to be inside those markers. And let me pull the map up where you can see it a little bit better. So there's the line of thunderstorms. So if you're inside that line, obviously you're still under the gun. Or if you're in front of that line, you're still under the gun. Same thing down here. But if you're behind this line or behind this line, you're in the clear. The severe threat has ended. Got a pretty nasty line of storms forming over in Georgia. This is south of Thomaston, just to the west of Macon. Then down here around Perry, Georgia, stretching all the way back to north of Albany. Over around Dublin. Now understand, once all of this rain moves out of here, the temperature is going to start bottoming out. I mean, our temperature is going to be going the wrong way this afternoon. And we could be looking at snow flurries across East Alabama, West Georgia. And we could be looking at snow showers up here in the northeast Georgia mountains. And actually, some of the higher elevations of northeast Georgia, we're talking about up in the mountains across the Appalachian chain. We could see 1 to 2 inches of snow accumulation before this is all over with. But for most everybody, it'll just be a novelty. So we can clear the severe thunderstorm warning, and we can go back with our risk bar. And again, if you're behind the line, the risk is non-existent. If you're along the line or ahead of the line, we're going to keep you right there just south of medium. Looking at power outages, we have 1,209 customers without power in Cleburne County. We have 2,108 without power in Randolph. We have 1,351 without power in Clay. Tallapoosa has 4,789 customers without power. Talladega, 2,633. Coosa County, 455. And Elmore County, 3,344. So that's 3, 7, 8. Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 15,000 people without power across East Alabama at this hour. Hadn't got a number. Well, we got 100 in Chambers, but the storm is just now going through Chambers, and it takes a minute for these things to be reported. So there you go. About 15,000 without power across East Alabama. And all of that's going to move into West Georgia. So there'll be power outages across West Georgia as well. No power in Roopville. And we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning, and this is going to get the remainder of Troop.
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for the Dr. Don coverage area.
And this was just issued for the remainder of Troop County, and it gets down into Harris as well. So let me just read this to you. The National Weather Service in Peachtree City has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for western Spalding County in west central Georgia, Fayette County in north central Georgia, Meriwether County in west central Georgia, northwestern Pike County, northwestern Muskogee County, southwestern Henry County, southeastern Heard County, Troop County, Coweta County, central Clayton County, and central Harris County. Until 6:30 a.m. this morning at 5:53, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from Conegate, I believe that is, to near Piedmont Heights. Movement is to the east at 50 miles per hour. The hazard with this thunderstorm is 60 mile per hour winds. So there you go. That is going to be this line. And it's moving in this direction. The individual storms are racing off to the northeast, but the line itself is pushing to the east-southeast. So places... Hogansville is dealing with it now. It's moving into LaGrange. And then down the road, Lynette's dealing with it. Valley's dealing with it. Lake Harding. We're looking at places like Hamilton, Greenville, Harrelson, Peachtree City. And that is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect until 5:30 a.m. No, 6:30 a.m. Sorry about that. So we can say it's 6 a.m. in Georgia. And it is. It is 5 a.m. Central, 6 a.m. Eastern on your Monday morning, March 16th. We've been covering this for you all night long. We went live around 2 a.m. this morning, and we've been with you with wall-to-wall coverage ever since about 2 a.m. And, this thing has worked out a little bit better than I anticipated, and I'm thankful for that. We have seen a lot of tree damage, and there's a lot of power outages across East Alabama and West Georgia, but we have not seen the tornado threat that we could have seen, and that is good news. All right, I'm going to put this in motion. I'm going to take another quick break so I can check on a few things up here because that line of storms is knocking on my front door now. So let me take a quick break, take a look at things, and I'll be back with you very shortly as we continue with our coverage for East Alabama and West Georgia on Dr. Don's weather.
Dr. Don is currently taking a short break, but he'll be back soon with more live wall-to-wall coverage of this severe weather event here on Dr. Don's weather. While we wait for Dr. Don to return, we want to thank the amazing community partners who help make this live coverage possible. You can see many of those partners scrolling along the bottom of your screen right now. These local businesses support our mission to keep East Alabama and West Georgia informed when dangerous weather threatens. When you have the opportunity, please consider supporting these businesses. Their partnership helps make it possible for Dr. Don's weather to bring you free live severe weather coverage when it matters most. During severe weather, staying situationally aware can save lives. Storms can strengthen quickly, and conditions can change in minutes. The best way to stay safe is to have multiple ways to receive weather alerts. Your smartphone is helpful, but it should never be your only source of warnings. Every home should have a NOAA weather radio. These radios are specifically designed to alert you the moment warnings are issued for your area, even if you are asleep in the middle of the night. If you don't currently have a NOAA weather radio, we strongly encourage you to get one. You can purchase and program a weather radio locally at Stevens Home Furniture in Roanoke. They carry NOAA weather radios and can help you program the device for your specific county so you'll receive alerts the instant they are issued. Another important step in severe weather safety is making sure everyone in your household knows exactly where the safe place is located. Your safe place should be on the lowest floor of your home or in the basement if you have one. Choose an interior room away from windows, such as a hallway, closet, or bathroom. The goal is to place as many walls as possible between you and the outside. If a tornado or destructive winds approach, those extra layers of protection can make a life-saving difference. Once you are inside your safe place, additional protection is important. Keep blankets, pillows, or mattresses nearby to help shield yourself from flying debris. Helmets are also strongly recommended, especially for children. Head injuries are one of the leading causes of death during tornadoes, and something as simple as a bicycle helmet or sports helmet can provide critical protection. Before storms arrive, take time to charge your phones and battery banks. Keep flashlights, extra batteries, and portable chargers in your safe place so you have light in communication if the power goes out. It's also helpful to keep a whistle or noisemaker nearby. If debris traps someone after a storm, a whistle can help rescuers locate you quickly. Another simple but often overlooked item is a pair of sturdy, hard-soled shoes. After a storm passes, broken glass, nails, and debris are common hazards. Having proper footwear available can prevent injuries while moving through damaged areas. If you live in a mobile home, it is extremely important to have a plan to leave before storms arrive. Mobile homes are not safe during tornadoes or strong winds. Identify a nearby sturdy building, storm shelter, or trusted neighbor where you can take shelter. And remember, do not wait until the last minute. Once storms are producing warnings, travel conditions can quickly become dangerous. It's also important to understand the weather alerts you may hear during severe weather coverage. A special weather statement means a storm is strong, but it has not yet reached official severe criteria. A watch means conditions are favorable for severe weather to develop. Think of a watch as a time to stay alert and be ready. A warning, however, means severe weather is already happening or about to happen. A warning means it is time to take action immediately. A severe thunderstorm. Warning means a storm is producing winds of 58 miles per hour or greater, or hail 1 inch in diameter or larger. A tornado warning means a tornado has been spotted by trained observers or detected by radar. If you are in the path of that storm, you should move to your safe place immediately. And remember, Every severe thunderstorm warning should be taken seriously. Straight-line winds over 60 miles per hour can cause damage similar to a weak tornado, bringing down trees, damaging homes, and knocking out power. During severe weather events like this one, your level of awareness can make all the difference. Stay informed, stay alert, and always be weather aware. Stay connected with Dr. Don's Weather on Facebook and YouTube.
All right, Dr. Don back in here with you. It is 5:07 a.m. Central, 6:07 a.m. Eastern, and that line of thunderstorms has finally made it to the Dr. Don studios up here in Northeast Georgia. I live about halfway up the side of a mountain. If you're ever you go into Gatlinburg and you come up through 985, and when you get right there in the general area of Gainesville, if you look just north of Gainesville, the first mountain ridge top you see, there are 3 towers on top of that mountain. Well, that's where the Dr. Don studios are located. And I just stepped outside for just a moment, and the wind's not that bad right here at my house, but I can hear it up on the ridge top. And it is absolutely howling up there. So very strong winds on the top of the mountain ridge tops up here in Northeast Georgia. The Dr. Don studios, for those of you who care, are located right about there. There's Gainesville, Georgia. There's Dahlonega, Georgia. And I think most of you probably know where Helen is located. And Helen, Georgia is right up in that area. You got Gainesville. You got Cleveland right in that area. And so we're located right there. And you can see that line is just now moving into our area. Pretty gusty wind. But it's going to be in and out of here really quick. The severe threat part, as a matter of fact, it's moving through Cleveland right now, and we'll be on over into the eastern parts of White County and even into Habersham and up into Rabun County here pretty quick. I mean, like within the next 10 minutes, the severe threat will be completely over for White County. And then we've got lots of rain back to the west. It'll rain for several hours, but that severe threat is in and out of here real quick. Then as we go back down the southern part of the line, get back into East Alabama and West Georgia, that's what we're looking at. As a matter of fact, of course, we've already cleared most of our East Alabama counties. And let's see, let's bring it current. I think we're going to be able to clear, if I can get my mouse back down here. So I've got like 12 monitors in the studio, and I've got a piece of software that allows me to share my keyboard and mouse with all of my different computers and my different monitors, and I'll lose those jokers. The mouse just disappears. I fight with it all the time. So the leading edge is now past LaGrange. LaGrange, you still got some heavy rain, but the severe threat is ending quickly there in LaGrange. The only mesoscale I see is up to the northeast of Peachtree City, south of Atlanta. So we know we've got some rotation up there in that storm. But then looking back in Alabama, the storm's coming right down 431, 280, headed toward Columbus. So Columbus, Phoenix City, down in that part of the woods there at Salem. That line is moving in your direction. 10, 15 minutes, the severe threat will be over for that area. Chambers County, I'm going to go ahead and call you clear. The severe threat has passed Lynette, West Point. It's still raining. You still got some gusty winds, and it's still raining in Lynette Valley, West Point. But the leading edge is way down to your southeast now, moving into Harris County. So Pine Mountain, Hamilton, Mulberry Grove, you got some hail right there on top of you. That's where the severe threat is now. Let me just go ahead and put this on the map for you. That area is where the severe threat is at the moment. and then basically right in there. But the greatest threat is out here on the leading edge. If you're behind that white line, you're in the clear. If you're in front of that white line, then the storms are just about to move into your area. So it is 5:12. We're a couple of 2 or 3 minutes away from winding things up here on Dr. Don's weather. Got to make myself available in case we've got some trees down across our county. I've got to be where we can deal with that. I don't expect that, as the line wasn't that significant when it moved through White County. But we've got a lot of rain to go yet this morning, so there could be some flooding issues up here across the northern part of Alabama. Look how quick the rain is ending, though. Back in Alabama, we're talking the rain has already ended behind that white line. So the rain is ending in Anniston. It's already ended in Gadsden, Birmingham, Sylacauga. The rain has ended. Now the temperature plummets back behind this line. Let's see if we can get... I've got to find it. Just bear with me a second. Surface, that's what I'm looking for. And let's look at temperature. And this will take a minute to load. Now look at the temperatures. We're in the low to mid 60s ahead of the line of thunderstorms. There's a brand new tornado warning. This is up there just to the southeast of Atlanta. Show you that right quick. You might can hear the thunder roll outside the windows here at the Dr. Don Studios. So this is a tornado warning for Lithonia, Conyers, right out I-20, just outside of the 280 loop, out I-20. We've got a tornado warning for a radar-indicated tornado out there that is just south of the I-20 corridor moving off to the east. So heads up over there around Lithonia and Conyers. You're under a tornado warning. And then let's go back and take a look at those temperatures again. Now, like I said, we're in the low to mid 60s out ahead of the front. And then just behind the front, we're already at 55 degrees in Anniston. So about a 8, maybe 10 degree drop in about 80 miles. So from 63 to 55 in 80 miles. That's how fast the temperature is dropping behind this line. And look back, my goodness. Look back up here northwest Alabama. It's already 37 degrees at Haleyville. It's 39 in Florence, 39 in Tupelo, Mississippi. Let's go back upstream. 36 up in Covington, Tennessee. 36 up in Dyersburg, Tennessee. It is 36 in Pocahontas. That would be Arizona. And look at the 20s up in Springfield, Missouri. It is 19 degrees in Springfield, Missouri, and 63 degrees in Griffin, Georgia. So temperature is just going to go the wrong way all day long. We got 2 trees across County Road 75. It hit a car, but no injuries. That's in Randolph County. County Road 16 and County Road 75. So there you go, folks. This thing is coming to an end for East Alabama and West Georgia. I'm going to jump back in the chat room. For just a minute or two. You should be okay to drive to Opelika in about 30 minutes, Miss Linda. Yes, West Point can go night-night. Yeah, that's moving away from you, LaGrange. It's moving to your southeast. Beauregard, Salem, not quite, but it won't be long. You guys will be okay. Yeah, Beauregard, you've still got some stuff in your area. Salem, you do too. Give it another 10 or 15 minutes. This stuff's moving into Sonoya. Sharpsburg, you're right there at Peachtree City. The leading edge of this has already passed you. You're on the back side of it, but you've probably got another 10 minutes or so before you're completely out of it. Up in your area, for the most part, everything north of 85 is clear. Actually, all the way down 85. That stuff in LaGrange is quickly moving across 85, moving off to the east-southeast. So I'm safe to say anything north of I-85 is you're good to go to bed. Anything north of I-85, you're good to go. If you're along or south of I-85, you're still in that area where the weather could be kind of rough. But we have no tornado warnings out here except for that one tornado warning to the southeast of Atlanta. That is it. You're welcome, Stephanie. Hey, Mallory, down in Auburn. Y'all are in pretty good shape down there. Yes, everything is pretty much gone for LaGrange. I mean, you're still going to have some rain, maybe some rumbles of thunder, but the severe threat has now passed you and is now south of 85. Sharpsburg, give it another 5 or 10 minutes and you'll be okay. Thank you, Nanny. Yeah, that loud thunder you're hearing in, there's still some thunder and lightning in Heard County, but the severe weather has passed you. All right, folks, we're going to wrap this thing up. I appreciate you guys joining us. Always remember that you can watch Dr. Don's Weather 24 forever anytime you want to. You can get to it two different ways. You can go to our website, drdonwx.com. It's right there on the home page. Or you can go to YouTube and you can search for Dr. Don's Weather 24 forever. Spell it out. And then you can watch what you see on the screen right now 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When we're not in severe weather mode, we rotate between the radar and the 6-day forecast. And then we have your weather alerts that scroll at the bottom of the screen. So you can check that out anytime you want to, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And it's kind of neat to get into the habit of watching that, especially when you know that severe weather's coming, because quite often I will jump in on the 24 Forever stream, give you a quick heads up, and sometimes I do things. You kind of get a look at the stuff backstage, if you so to speak, on how we do things here. And then once we get everything all set up and ready to go, I'll tell everybody on the 24-hour stream to stand by. We're about to go grab our other streaming channels, and we'll go live shortly, and then we'll turn on Dr. Don's Weather on Facebook and YouTube to join Dr. Don's Weather 24 Forever. So check that out. Also, if you own a business and you would like to be a partner with Dr. Don's Weather, we'll put you in front of thousands of people every single day. All you have to do is send me a message on Messenger. I'll send you a link which will get you over to our community partner page where you can see the different options. You can select what you want to do, and then I can have you started by the time we do our very next weather forecast. And we also encourage you to subscribe to us on Facebook. It's 99 cents a month. That's less than $12 a year. It's very affordable, and that goes a long way to help support us here at Dr. Don's Weather as well. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube, the Dr. Don Weather page, and Dr. Don's Weather 24 Forever. That's free. Doesn't cost you a dime, and when we go live to cover severe weather, you'll be guaranteed to get that push notification. Share us with all your friends. Like us on Facebook. Comment often so that we stay at the top of your news feed, so you'll get that life-saving information from us during times of severe weather. Hope you all have a wonderful Monday. Don't forget, it's about to get brutally cold across Alabama and Georgia. There could be some snowflakes blowing in the air later on today, and then across North Alabama, North Georgia, we could actually see some snow showers and maybe even a little dusting up in the higher elevations. But it should not be anything much more than a novelty for most everybody across Alabama and Georgia. Now, we're going to be brutally cold on Tuesday. We start to moderate a little bit on Wednesday, and I'll be along first thing tomorrow morning, that being Tuesday morning, with your latest primetime forecast. That happens every single day. So be sure you check the Dr. Don's Weather every single morning. And follow us so that you'll get that notification when our daily primetime forecast is uploaded, which typically happens around 5 a.m. Central every weekday morning. Not this morning. I'm about to go catch some shut-eye. Have a wonderful Monday. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I'll see you back in here first thing tomorrow morning with your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather. Good night, or good morning, folks.